Hey Marge, I'm going to go through a couple of examples at least. Start off with a IBM man hit the building example and then a pirates example. Or you can go through, use one of our pre-stored texts. The problem with the pirates, the old pirates, if you haven't heard, is that there's a problem in some cases storing the salsa. And the salsa was the only thing that was good. The TMRs in general were not done for those. So we're going to work out something to get as many of these sentences over with as least a problem as possible. But for a new sentence, I really suggest not going to WSD or TMR, but just going to pre. I found that it's by far faster just to do the pre and then go to display as WSD without running the analyzer at all. In a case like this, with more than one thing defined, you can just get the one that's correct to the top. If the one that's correct is at the top, especially the part of speech, you can just leave the others because it only uses, if you do this display as WSD, it only uses the one at the top as the default. But if you want to make it look nice, you can get rid of them. You can also, of course, you know how to use these. You add senses, you can add words. It got the person right, this is right, and it has personal name, has middle initial, those are all right, and it got the date right. Alright, so then from there we just go to click display as WSD, and you wait a second, it has to get all the lexicon entries. Jesse's working on speeding up the lexicon entry process. And here we go. So it really is, in the end, much faster to do it this way. You don't have to sit around and wait for the analyzer. And if it gave you the analysis, you'd have to go through and check it anyway. But you know how this works. You can look at the words, pick that one, connect it correctly. The instrument is hammer. The theme is Frank G. Smith, and then you null sem the with. And notice the with went away when I did that. So, I mean, there's some problems here, but other than that, that's the main thing that's going, that's happening. We have to pick the right sense of on. I think it's down here. I think it's on 5 or 6. Yeah, that's the time sense, expecting a date. All right. Now here's this. So this is, it's event 1, I mean it's var1 being modified. So normally you click these things to set. Like if you want to set the time, the domain of it, or the range of it to July 23rd, you just do that. And when you put your cursor over, notice the blue box next to it is highlighted. But to set something like this, that's the head of a frame, you have to right click on it, go down to set word, and it's modifying the verb. So now hit's there. And notice it doesn't, the blue box doesn't show up around hit. I think we need to work on this with Jesse, but for now it'll work. Now the remaining problems. Notice it doesn't have any semantics for IBM, it doesn't have semantics for that, it doesn't have semantics for this. This is what I'm having Ben work on today. This is Tuesday, I'm talking to you, Tuesday afternoon. Hopefully these will all come up. Any kind of proper noun, any kind of time, any kind of date will all come up in the correct format here, and you will not have to do anything. But it makes for a good lesson here. So to add a concept, you normally would go up and click this, but notice I'm clicking, and it's not working. And that's because it has null sem here. This is another thing I've asked Jesse to do. Like if I went over here and clicked, okay, that comes up, fine. Over here, no, because null sem is there. So I've asked Jesse to work to do this because I've run into this so many times and I keep forgetting that it's null sem. So as it is now, you have to set it to new sense. Hopefully it'll be smarter in the future, so where if it's an unknown word and you're trying to add something to it, it'll go to new sense automatically. So here we're going to add, it's a corporation, I guess. Corporation. And you click on that to add an attribute as name. And here's another one. I haven't told anybody this, but this is irritating to me that you can't just go in there and write it or somehow write it, you have to click on literal and then you can do it. So IBM. I don't know, there has to be an easier way to do that, but it shows up there. Similarly down here, again, you got to change this to nuisance. Click, add additional root, human. I don't know if it matters if it's a pain to capitalize everything. I'm just going to not capitalize it. Human, yeah, don't capitalize it. Add relation, add an attribute. Has first name. I'm hoping these are right. Has first name. Has middle initial. Hope I'm spelling these right. And has last name. Then you got to go in here and do this silly stuff. So I think you should capitalize that because it's going to be a string. G. Oops. See. Messing up. Okay. G and literal Smith. Okay. Down here. July 23rd. Again, it's the nullsem thing. So this has got to be a date object or a time object. Quickly checking your last email. Time. It's a time object. Just time. Then we are going to add several things. We're going to say absolute year, month, and date. Absolute year. Absolute month. Absolute year. And click here. Literal 1999. Oh, I messed that up. What did I do? Okay, I'm not going to go back and fix this, but 1999. I want this to be 7. Alright, let's just I can't handle that. I gotta fix it. Absolute date. 23. Okay, looking at everything, I think everything is right. I don't know why this came out here. Day, July. I have no idea what that is. Okay, day is var2. I don't know what that is. Let's see what the TMR looks like. Okay, everything is good. Oh no, there's one more thing. There's got to be a noun compound here. So you go to the head, click up here on the root because you want to add another frame. Click on the root, add syntactically driven semantics. I think the domain is man and the range is IBM. And now, display as TMR. Don't do any of these analyze, click display as TMR. And we get human has this information. There's an absolute time there. There's 2 humans. Yeah, there's a human from man and Frank G. Smith. There's a relation between the corporation and them. There's a hit, the time, the agent, and the instrument. Looks all right. That looks good. Corporation has name IBM. I don't know why it's default, but okay. All right. Going back, go to sentence 2. I wish it would go back to preprocessor. Sentence 2. So what do we have here? Pirates flee from the German Navy as the frigate blah, blah, blah. Proper noun. So that's a province, I guess. Cool. I didn't know that. It's the frigate, but I mean, I thought it was going to be a ship name. Anyway, I don't know what's exactly correct. Intercepted them in the Gulf of Aden. It got that right. Type Gulf. Cool. Off. Somalia. Let's go. It's Somalia. Notice it's Somalias. It doesn't have the apostrophe S. Doesn't handle that, so that's a problem. Somalia is actually in the lexicon, but it seems to me it shouldn't be. These should all be handled the same. They should all come out like this. And it should have. This should also have has name Somalia. They're working on this. Hopefully all these proper names will be working today. Coast on the date. Alright, display is WSD. If I remember, this had a few issues. So this is more or less how I would do it when it comes up. Okay. Pirates is right. Flee, that's the only sense there is. I don't know, I guess it's okay. Exit. Exit rapidly. I guess that's right. So the agent is pirates. From the source. That sounds right. So I'm going to right click on var1, set word. It's modifying flee. And the source is from the German Navy. So it's from Navy. Okay, German. German's an adjective. I don't know how we want all of these proper nouns that are used as adjectives to be. It seems wrong to have them in lexicon. They should be handled differently, but in this case it came up, so we got it's the German Navy. var1 is going to be Navy, so we're setting the words, setting the var1 to Navy. And it's got this relation, nation has name Germany. That looks right. And there's Navy. As is like a when conjunction. I think that's right. And so var1 is going to be set word. They flee as at the time of the interception. So the frigate, that looks right. Alright, this is gonna have now, I mean, I'm confused. Before I thought this was just the name of a ship, so I was just gonna put warship has name, but this is supposed to be a country or a region or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna put warship. Can't believe that's the name of a place. Shows my stupidity. Warship, and then add attribute has name. Click on this literal, and then this Rhine thing. I'm not going to put the whole thing in there. And there it goes. Intercepted. I don't know why it wouldn't pick V. The impede V. That was seems strange to me. This doesn't seem to be the correct sense. More than likely we need to create a new sense to do this, but you know how to do that. To do a new sense, we would just go here, click new sense, click here, and do add additional concept, and then you add the relations and attributes. But let's just stay with impede, and it's the as the frigate. The frigate intercepted them. Okay, them is that. I guess that looks okay. In that's not going to be the right in. I bet it's just in prep 1 location, and var1 is the intercept event, and the location is the Gulf of Aden. So here we go, new sense. I don't know if we have a concept Gulf. I'm just going to put place right now. And add attribute. In general, anything but a human is just going to have a has name. Any proper name except a human is going to have a has name, because you can't break it down in general unless I'm forgetting something. Gulf of Aden, off Somalia coast. I'll be surprised if we have a sense of off. Fishing off the Canadian coast. I guess that's right. Okay, so var 1, I think it's Gulf of Aden. They're saying the Gulf of Aden is off the Somalia coast. Or should it? Or is it? Or is it? They're intercepting. See, I don't know. Let's say it's intercept. It's intercepted, body of water, beside the Gulf of Aden. I guess that's what it means. Weird. NullSem. What is the NullSem about? Let's look at the example. Head off the adjective coast, var 2 and var 3, and it's null-semming var 3 and var 4, which are the thes. No, it's it's null-semming the coast. Okay, fine. It's null-semming coast. Sweet. And it's null-semming the, I think. Off, but there is no the, so we'll just leave it. Right, that looks right. Somalia, we need a new sense. I think nation. Add attribute. Has name. Somalia. Okay, here. So again, this, we need a new sense, add additional concept. We want this to be a time concept. We want to add attribute, absolute year, and I'm just going to do that one because you're getting bored. 2009. And you would put the absolute month and date too. I seem to think there was a noun compound in here. Pirates flee from the German Navy. German Navy. Now that got it. German Navy as the warship. This guy. So there's a relationship between these two words. I'm going to click on that. Add syntactically driven thing. The domain is frigate. The range is Reinhold. There might have been other ways to do this, but this seems like it might work. Intercepted them in the Gulf of Aden. I think this all works. So now we click display as TMR. And if I'm doing any of this wrong according to what you think is right, let me know. So we have hinder. It was beside a place. It was a location place. Location, body of water. Agent, worship. Theme, set. Them. Them was the set. Where's the set? Okay, pirates, time, worship. Here's the set. So the question was I supposed to put in the co-reference link here? Or not? I don't know what null 1's doing there. Wonder if I can delete it. Can't seem to delete it. So they exited, the pirates exited from the Navy. They fled from the Navy. Well, we know this flee is, exit is not quite right, but well, it looks pretty good. So that's it. Let me go back to linking. Whoa. Okay, so that pretty much shows everything. Oh, so then the other thing is you can use the OntoSem button here to OntoSem anything. So if I click that, it goes away. Remember to save things, otherwise it doesn't get saved. And that's about it.